than Morphling, like on the map, so it gives somebody to play around mid game. I'm not a huge fan of this.
At some point, the Phoenix Sven just aren't doing enough for what this Morphling plus the two other cores are going to bring to the table. So I think if you're NIGMA, you want to get some dual roam action happening with the Isle Tusk, which is lane they look for a lot.
Dive after Insania. Noob's going to go for the kill, and he will be able to get it, but Mickey gets the first blood first.
That's so nice for Liquid. That skirmish with the Jakiro attack speed slow.
Got him on the shards. There's a little bit of an opening, though.
This is dangerous with the turnaround.
Breaking all three heroes, and here comes Insania. Ice Path on 3. The dual breath on 3 as well, with Saberlight joining in. This is disaster for NIGMA.
Yeah, this is not the play you're looking for. I just disagree fundamentally with that idea. You don't have the damage for this play that is this Morphling in the safe lane that limits your play options.
Oh, no, Ghost. Vision behind the tower spots him as he stacked up his own Ancients, wins it clear with the God Strength, but instead, meanwhile, back to mid lane. Bryle in trouble once again. This time, 4 heroes going to be brought to lane. Bryle finally does go down. Boxy taking some damage as well. He ends up getting taken out as well. So, NIGMA learned from their lesson, apparently, say, okay, 3 heroes isn't enough, and we need to bring 4 and execute all at once.
Instant smoke. You would have caught Puck on the rune.
Yeah.
These little things make a big difference.
Omar's going to try and position himself in the trees to break the smoke, but they still get the jump onto Sumail. Toss him back over into the black hole. The snowball is out, but that just means he's going to be stuck inside the black hole as well. Sumail, despite the read on the smoke play, they get caught on it. They're still going to try and respond, but the Supernova is just going to go down nice and quick. Mickey joining in the fight makes a huge difference, and now, not only the kill on the Phoenix, perhaps more, as they go and find the Io, toss them together, try and put him inside that Illuminate Blast, but the relocate does go. NIGMA side of the map. Give a good Supernova on top of that. That's a team fight winning combination for sure, but the pickoffs will continue. GH, he's going to run to the smoke here of Liquid. Actually, was that a smoke? Sumail, he's going to try and get a rebuttal kill, but the Jakiro's just way too tanky for him. Bryle missing the avalanche there, but he may still have a chance at another pickoff as he's got the toss. His team is a little bit delayed. They were blocked out by the shards earlier, but they can keep running down the river. He's still got an avalanche, so I don't think Omar is going to be able to get out of here. It would take a snowball up to the high ground. It's
not the hero you want to mess around with.
Yeah. You're not. Sumail getting some information here with his Invis rune. A lot of information. Spotted 2. Silence on 2 with the coil on top of it. It's backline heroes that Ghost is going to try and go to work to, but he didn't finish off the Enigma, and now the Enigma has responded with the black hole. It's bad for NIGMA. It's real bad.
Absolutely nothing off that Invis rune. Everything backfires.
It was just, they just were not ready for the go. You know, many valuable things are.
It is down there on the periodic table, that is for sure.
Some of the most valuable metals are quite heavy, Avery.
He is not in the category of useful heavy things like printer inker. You know, he's not that. Okay, aggressive egg. Gotta get something.
Oh, good Stormhammer there from Ghost. Okay, they can't finish off the Enigma? Oh, dear. I thought he was a commitment there.
There's just too much utility. And you're reloading back bottom. You just have to concede this lane.
Yeah, I mean, you used all your ultimates, so that... I mean, if anything, Liquid can go for another lane.
Yeah, they still have Aegis for 30 seconds.
Bryle finds the opening onto the Phoenix, and with the Stormhammer stolen by Mickey, turns into the Sven, gets the kill, and now pushes onwards. The mid lane of Barracks, 22 minutes in. Liquid is looking at a...
We have seen them pull out, you know, some magic, though. Let's not write them off, Austin.
I don't think there are too many miracles left on NIGMA, though.
That was a deep cut, unnecessary. You're going to hear about that one after this game.
If anything you can say, there goes to their former selves. The toss up in the air. It's just
over.
Too good for Liquid. That is the knockout punch you need.
Okay.
GH can't even relocate one of the heroes out in time. NIGMA, they may not call the GG, but it's coming their way regardless.
It's just, you can't blame them. Like, how are you supposed to find an angle, right? It feels impossible. And BKB's going to come out here.
And they will fight it out, but they're not doing any damage to Liquid. So
I mean, you could say like, oh, this draft is just completely terrible. They got stomped, blah, blah, blah. I don't think it's necessarily about that, but I think the points at which you have to execute this NIGMA lineup are in those first 5 to 7 minutes.
Chaos in the fights, but that's not damage.
Counters the Luna hard.
That's true. That's true. It always is good.
Long way to the bottom. Big plummet. To support some of that idea, we did see Sumail in the post-drafting phase before we got into the game. He was bouncing back and forth. First blood is going to go to NIGMA this time around.
That's what you want to see.
Siphoning Ward and Rewards of Ruin, the one where you get Spell Amp for every tower taken.
Because he's thinking, I got to take all the towers.
I don't know if he was seriously considering it at all, but if there was even a thought that occurred to him to go that fast, that definitely supports they want to push the tempo as much as possible. Fighting over the Lotuses here. Do they win this fight, though? Ghost, he barely managed to get the kill just at the tail end of it. Now Boxy, it's a one-on-one against GH and Shadow Shaman.
Respect the numbers, though, right? Do you not want to overextend?
Bottom lane, dead shot back into the calling and double edges.
I mean,
just too much damage.
This has been a dead lane for Liquid since the start of the game. Another
RP. It's back up into play and caught Sumail.
He just walks up and finds him?
He managed to get the wall, pull back in from both the vacuum and the shockwave there. Ghost is going to be grabbed by the Boxy. Oh, dead shot back over to the Magnus. They get the return kill. So Ghost may have died, but at least they got that match. And what a blast from GH.
Does he know they're there?
He just treed 2 of them.
Blast him.
He's going for it. Now he still has the... Okay, they've taken away the foul play. They've all...
You know how many organizations' bosses have called me at this point? The list is
at least
long.
2 of them. Stomp on 2 again from Noob. Global silence again from Liquid. The response with the wall really doesn't do too much unless Braille can find something for it. He does manage to get an RP onto the Pugna. Sumail's right in the middle of all this one. Can they finish him off, though, before the Decrepify, for the Life Drain? They're not killing him quickly, and now they're turning around. The Life Drain starts going off. He starts keeping himself alive. Mickey is there to finish the job. Meanwhile, Noob is stuck inside of a Serpent Ward trap. Saberlight's in there with him. He'll just casually TP away and let the rest of Liquid finish the job. Oh, another Skewer back. Braille, he found GH this time around. A 3rd kill. Yeah, they've got this one.
This is not what you want to see if you are a NIGMA fan, because, again, this game can turn in.
If you had to guess, how many of those years was Silencer viable of the 12 years you played?
I know how many. I tried to play him at 3 matches.
Okay, so how many?
Around 3 months.
Sumail gets caught by the Skewer. 4 staff immediately stampede, trying to pull him away, but what a hit from Saberlight. Got a really nice wall vacuum, and now the follow-up from Mickey. He's got a BKB, so he can just full-on commit. Goes after Ghost. Ghost into the trees, trying to dodge away, but Mickey sticking on to him. Does manage to dodge a little bit slow. BKB is worn out, but now the global sound's going to get pushed to use. Roche is coming right through the middle of the battlefield, separating NIGMA from their noob, but Centaur, who's right in the front. A blast goes out, not enough to kill Mickey. Nobody quite dead yet. Skewer putting 2 together to hit the RP. Braille, what a heads-up play by him, seeing the opportunity for the and 1.
Man, making plays out here. Swift pickup with that haste rune makes it look easy. I mean, this game has just completely flipped. You
to the audience at home. It's a really long shackles.
Yeah. Anyway, this is the next obvious play. If the team fights aren't working, force Liquid into you.
Braille, another Stampede going to be put to use here, trying to get Noob himself out of position as they go. No. Saberlight's into the pin. He took away the Aegis. He does it again.
From bad to worse, man.
Grand Theft Aegis, the 2nd time Saberlight has pulled it off and land for Liquid this season.
I mean, sometimes when things are going bad, they just move.
A lot can happen in 30 seconds.
That's true. Satanic is done. Nice jump.
Not quite going out. Serpent Wards will start chipping away at the buildings.
I mean, again, you'd love to be able to smoke and find the backline here.
I mean, they're doing this without the Aegis. NIGMA, Omar's back up in 4 seconds, but it seems like they're just going to give this entire thing up. Down to 1 final lane.
Which we only learned later.
Aghanim Scepter done for the Muerta. That's a big team fight spell.
Yeah, they have the team fight. They have the support axe here.
And there's the Will-O-Wisp as well. If you can get the combination of the Will-O-Wisp pulling them in and fearing them away from hitting the Will-O-Wisp.
That's 100 gold for Mickey.
Serpent Wards with the Siege Wagons. I mean, this is what we were talking about. Oh, there's the Skewer back onto 2. GH does manage to get a 4 step, but he pulled back in by the vacuum, so they both will die. NIGMA left with just 3 to defend after the buyback from Noob.
Where did he come from, man?
Came up the side.
Slithering.
Stomp, he goes straight into the wall. And they are going to be pushed back into a wall, back into a corner. NIGMA Galaxy, the Skewers just keep on hitting from Braille. He is putting heroes clumped up together. Ghost fights for his life underneath his moon shield, but it is not good enough to defend against the damage that Mickey provides. 36-13 is the end score as Liquid go up 2-0 over